presence of the Paquito. So we go for a different route, and I feel like Dirot is gonna be an option here because Blacklist International. Now this one I can question, even though it's Blacklist International. You pick up the Balmond, it warrants a Dirot ban for your side because ONICPH can just get the hero on the second phase because guess what? They don't have the Paquito yet. They're not committed. So Blacklist International are put on the spot once again. They have to do something about the drafts of ONICPH.
So far, one phase in, it looks like game one, but they just changed like one
Yeah.
thing.
Let me copy your homework and change it up, I promise. And they did.
What if Blacklist goes for a different route this time? Like they pick up something crazy like an Natalia.
Something that can kind of really disrupt the mid and early game, right? Because that seems to be where they had problems early.
I'm crazy, but Hanzo Rome is existing on the RG.
It's somewhere there.
Somewhere there.
Somewhere there. Okay, so far, we're still on the game one, but change a little.
This is game 1.1.
Correct. Game 1B.
Game 1.3.
I love that.
Yeah.
Game 1 plus.
Yeah. No. I'm still thrown off by Hanzo Rome. Don't.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about Natalia though. What if Natalia? Does that mean we see possibly XP lane Val on Edward? Or Oh My Venus
Oh My
on
Venus
Val?
Natalia? What?
Or
Well, I think the most guaranteed adjustment from Blacklist International is that they're not going to pick up the Rafaela.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
it didn't work
100%.
for them, even though the concept was nice. Like the pressure and the pacing of the Valentina, Balmond, and Rafaela in the middle lane is so hard to deal with.
It's solid.
But ONICPH had the perfect idea. Hey, they had a perfect answer. Like they know that they have an Atlas, and this Valentina is gonna be forced to, use the Purify. Level 1, let's kill him.
Yeah.
There's no flicker.
The Atlas Frost was a big problem earlier. Man, I don't know. That's why that's probably why they picked it up early on, because they were kind of really relying on it
the
to team fight.
frigid breath.
Yeah.
So good.
Beautiful.
Just want to say Blacklist.
So hard to deal with.
Blacklist International, they're playing into the hands of ONIC. They just banned out Paquito.
Here's the new thing. Here's a new thing.
Yeah. The Roth is gonna come out unless Blacklist gets there first. But guess what? Even if you pick the Roth for Blacklist, there's another existing hero that has the highest win rate, I believe. Sam's.
Yes. It's at an unhealthy 82 point something.
That's just...
Or 81 point
I
something.
will protect you. Your team is picking.
Same set of bans for
Again.
ONICPH.
Yeah, focusing really hard onto the support role, which is not locked in yet. And again, OHEB having a hard time without the Filipino sniper. The runner.
They're off.
Yeah, that's an easy win for the lanes.
But the thing about Diroth, though, going into the hands of Ryota is it's a little more honest. It's not as tricksy as the Paquito that may have bought that split push win.
Yeah, but it deals. I mean, it gives so many problems. to
True,
Blacklist International.
true.
Like all the lanes. Look at all the lanes of Blacklist International. They're gonna have problems dealing with their lane matchups. And I believe ONICPH, they're still gonna eye the Bruno. Although I would prefer Popot and Koopa. Honestly, it's the same concept. But virtually, Popot and Koopa is a much stronger pusher than a Bruno.
Let's go.
Oh, I think it's an Earthel.
Yeah, that was an earful.
Yes.
Right.
I believe ONIC should pick up the Irritel here, and then Blacklist gets their pick of Roamer.
Yeah. So that wasn't actually like the big swing here. I like Irithel just because of the AoE it has. It has better AoE compared to the Bruno, although it can't run as quickly probably. So I don't know if we're gonna see another split in this game, but they do have great team fight. They have better AoE once you get 4 people on the Fatal Links. Irithel can do more damage. Diraf can do more damage.
This time around, they're more equipped to face the team fight of Blacklist International. I rolled my eyes earlier. I heard the Rafaela and Blacklist International are playing the same lineup.
They don't care, apparently.
When was the last time we've seen this kind of series where both games play the same lineup? I think
Omega
never.
and Bren?
Really?
Season 7, something like that. I don't know.
I
It's a playoff game.
Execration and Bren.
Bren, sorry. X and Bren. They did do this.
Battle for at least a 3rd place cut, yes.
Yeah.
Oh no. Alright, so one more look at the Blacklist lineup. It's the same one, but ONIC gets the adjustment here. They now pick up the Irritel and the Dairoth as their side laners.
Good DPS, I would say. But again, you don't have that crit into the turret, crit into the base like Bruno has. But
Yeah. They can win team fights better though.
Exactly. So there you go.
It's a much scarier lineup for Blacklist to play against.
Correct.
Because they're, again, as I've said
to
earlier, they're more equipped
Legends.
this time around for ONICPH. And I liked the way that they want to play this. They're leashing
Yep.
jungler.
And they're one less Purify. So Blacklist, maybe they can be a little more mobile this time around because ONIC is at match point.
Haji, again, with the Purify, they're doing the same thing. Oh, this time around he adjusted.
He learned.
Yeah.
He leveled up the second skill.
You gotta respect Rapidot here, and that's exactly what they're doing. You don't need to fight right away. You need to keep leveled.
Yep.
Apparently.
Again, the level of sacrifice went on game number 1 for Valentina. He cannot play that lane. The moment that he poked the tank support of ONIC, they fully committed on taking him down. Now, Haji has shifted towards the mobility over damage and sustain in this lane, which is going to allow Blacklist International to have a better control in the mid lane this time around. And I feel like this is going to change things up for Blacklist International. Now, we're going to see the rotations come out from the Valentina and the Rafaela alongside the battle.
Yeah, I don't see any big moves here being committed by ONIC anytime soon. Because now I think that Blacklist has learned that you don't face off against an Atlas early on, especially with the amount of damage that, you know, the Faramis can do. Yeah, I think there's gonna be a slower game compared to earlier.
But for what reason, right? Is it slow because both teams respect their lineup or because both teams know that they need to wait?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
Speaking of waiting, nope, that's not ONIC style. The moment I hit level 4, let's go for somebody, and that somebody is Oh My Venus.
This is the same rotation that they did on game number 1. The
Level 4
difference is
straight to mid.
Haji, he was able to survive, use the Purify, but Edward,
Yep.
2 HP.
Again, he is in trouble. Everyone's just piling onto him.
Are you kidding
That's
me?
2 straight kills going over the ONIC.
This is the difference. They have a Derot this time around. Blacklist International, they cannot sustain the sheer damage output coming out from the X-Blade of ONIC.
ONIC is winning across the map.
Yeah.
They get this free turtle after taking kills in mid, and Nets is bullying the Filipino sniper down bottom. Unless, where's the punish? Oh, no.
No.
He knows.
Again,
Nets
good
knows.
presence of mind there from Nets.
This is harder than game number 1 for Blacklist International. Game 1, yes, you're facing a Paquito that can burst you down, but you have space, okay? You don't need to get near the Paquito for him to be able to make a... I mean, you don't have to... the Paquito has to do a lot for him to be able to make plays. ONICPH this time around, they have the Derot, and Blacklist cannot go nowhere near. Same rotation!
Oh my goodness, exactly the same there. Again, the damage is not going to be quite there to take down Edward, but it is exerting a lot of pressure on the Blacklist on every side of the map. And right now on the mid lane, that's going to be Super Prince. He absorbed a lot of damage coming in from the lethal counter there, but again, Cult Altar from both sides going to be able to keep them both alive.
It's a wash, I'd say. There's some cooldowns to take in consideration. This will put both teams, though, in a good position for this second turtle, because ults and battle spells would be ready by then.
That is correct. Again, we still have ONIC. So much more confidence compared to game 1.
Ryota's in trouble!
Ryota might be in trouble. Holy Baptism not going to be able to make it work. But here's a Falling Star Moon. He's rooted. He's terrified. But still not enough to take down the Ryota.
I love it. Touche. The 15% damage reduction by the turret shield keeps both XP laners alive.
Yeah, that's going to keep going for sure until later on. Oh, Heb. Beautiful prediction there from Rapido straight into the BMI. But Sensui will answer back under the turret there. And that's going to be OF going down again.
That's a man down for Blacklist. Gonna be tough to take the second turtle.
Yep. I like the confidence coming out from ONICPH. Rapido, for the 3rd time, holding the Fatal Links. Not needed. Okay, we want to take out a Claude. I don't need to commit, and despite as the Akai was on the backside, the Blacklist International, again, they cannot do anything about this.
Beautiful comms from ONIC straight into the bush. He's not even going to where the Claude is. He's going to where the BMI is in that last one.
Yep. Prediction is all over the map here for ONIC. Now, Sensui is holding the turtle again. The plan here for ONIC is not to take the turtle. It is the fight.
Good call there from Wise. Lethal counter secures the turtle, but the fight might still go over to ONIC. It's a 1-man down. And again, the Cult Altar is not really in a good position for Oh My Venus and OF, but they will still stay alive here. That's 1 down for Blacklist and the turtle. to boot.
I would say that was perfectly calculated by Wise. I don't know how he was able to calculate the HP of the turtle that quick. But again, the shot call for ONIC, it's not to take objectives, it's to take out Wise.
Exactly.
Still the same storyline that we are seeing come from game number 1. But this time around, the difference is ONIC is only leading by 100 gold,
Yeah,
which means BLACKLIST has a lot of space to be able to farm up on this squad, which is going to allow them a better time on the late game.
Despite the lack of map control here for BLACKLIST, they're slowly going out on the map again. And again, the Rafaela is keeping them alive and making some pressure on the map.
Oh.
There he goes.
All right, interesting. The back and forth is happening much earlier now in game 2 at least.
Yeah.
So you're seeing how the M3 World Champions are adjusting and using those lessons from game 1.
Yep, but BLACKLIST International, again, even though they have a claw, they still need to ramp up the pressure because ONIC in the mid-game is a much scarier lineup compared to game number 1. But what BLACKLIST has going for them is that the mere fact that ONICPH cannot take towers as early as Bruno can.
That's true. At least that slows it down for both teams. We're kind of level right now, I gotta say. Obviously, it's a 4-0, but doesn't feel like a 4-0 right now on kill score. But there is still a big threat on the bottom here for ONIC. Look at that, Super Prince is very much adjust and very happy to go for the fights. Oheb, he's planning to just clear the minion waves, and that is, again, one more reason for BLACKLIST. I would say a pretty good call.
Yep, this is a much slower pace coming out from ONIC.
Oh.
Wise though.
Oh, Wise. Absorb a lot of damage there, and again, Rapidot will be saved.
What?
And with
Again?
the counter-attack, beautifully done there from both sides. The Cult Altar again keeping everyone alive, but again, the damage. Where is the damage done there, Midnight?
I would say BLACKLIST International, they're just beating out the spells from ONIC at this point. It's ONIC not fighting alongside the Irithel. They don't group up as much compared to game number 1. And BLACKLIST is where they see the timing.
Well, you call them and they shall answer. There comes Nets with the Irithel. He's fronting. He's throwing them arrows from that crossbow. But again, the damage is just being absorbed here by BLACKLIST with the help of Edward as well as Wise.
The way that these two teams are playing throws me back to Season 8, where we would see games that go maybe 15-20 minutes with a kill score of 2 to 3.
Yeah.
That's what this is like. They both know exactly what the other's up to.
But those games contain a lot of skirmishes, and nobody is dying altogether. And this is the level of experience brought about by BLACKLIST International, showing disciplined gameplay, and also ONICPH realizing the situation that they're in.
That's a big push and pull here for both sides.
And you know what's crazier is in Season 8, no team was mostly made of rookies, right? Here you see how ONIC is on the same page as the M3 World Champions.
You don't see this every day.
Yes, this is the pro gameplay by both sides. BLACKLIST International reading ONIC like a book, but ONICPH has a different book, but contains the same elements.
Yeah, it's like a translated version that was revised like a year ago, but you still understand, right?
Yeah. And again, the presence of the old spirit of ONIC in that last game. You know, that was very impressive. We saw the return of the banana split.
Yeah.
Love that.
BLACKLIST though, this is where things change around for them. They made this play earlier,
Big.
but ONICPH doing the same
That's a big play. Rapidly with the one-man Fatal Links here. Locks down Wise, but he's quite tanky at this point. Cold Altar pop on both sides. Again, here's the BMI. The damage point is interesting here for BLACKLIST, as there is not much of an answer here for ONIC, but look at that. The counter! Look at that roar! Straight from Nets. And again, the answer is Edward with the Falling Star move. He's trying to look for targets. And again, the disengage. One more hit can take down Wise. Will that matter here in the coming Lord take?
No way, tit for tat. That team fight unfolded like the first 3 or 4 engages in this game with only 1 each dying per team, and it's the roamer.
Oh my goodness. ONICPH, they were the one who made that play. BLACKLIST International, they were ready. And this is the difference. Game number 1, BLACKLIST now. BLACKLIST has the advantage, but ONICPH, again, the difference maker is the Deroth. The sheer damage output coming out from his ultimate allowed ONIC to fight back. BLACKLIST, they were engaging. They were rushing into the tower of ONICPH, but Ryota was able to save the day, hitting 3 heroes with the ultimate.
Beautiful. Again, you gotta commend here. It looks like, it feels like an actual boxing match here. with both sides just throwing some really big punches.
Wise.
And neither giving a knockdown.
Exactly.
Just keep going. Oh, but wait!
Oh, but they're really gonna try here. Sensui's put on to at least 30% health. That's a very good start for Blacklist, but don't forget, it is still gonna be a very healthy Lord here. It's only 10 minutes. Still should not be a big impact, but they really want to go for it.
Rapidon though, but the engage is coming out from ONICPH. I love the attempt that Blacklist made. They saw Super Prince walk towards the mid lane and Sensui was in no man's land, but the tankiness of the hero allows him to be able to get away, but Blacklist International again, just very nice attempts all across the board.
All eyes on the Atlas right now as he is waiting for that perfect set. And everyone from Blacklist also feels the
Wow,
gaze.
the respect. Golf claps abound. Both teams just reset. They understand that, you know what, this is not happening.
Yeah.
Not anytime soon. But wait.
Yeah, but they are still gonna go and threaten it. There is a turret going down.
Blacklist, they're complete here, but we reset the Lord. ONICPH, they know that Blacklist would want to fight, but Wise. Ooh, he held the Lord.
It's not
He
a
held the
full
Lord.
reset. It is still around 60%, and this is a very, very close-knit team fight here possible for ONIC. Again, Rapido is spotted out by Oh My Venus.
Yes. The Queen knows. So it's not as good of a bush here.
Yep.
Can they?
ONIC though.
ONIC, we got...
Eyes on Edward.
That's 4 people on Edward right now.
Oh.
Sui has his eyes on the prize.
All ults and battle spells up.
All ults, this is gonna be it. Who's gonna pull the trigger
This
here?
is the craziest Lord dance I've ever seen. Both
Yeah.
teams fully aware of what's about to happen.
How long have we been here? A minute?
Yeah, more than.
They were playing a chess match on their
Yeah.
minds right now. This is
Look at this
chess
guy.
at best in Mobile Legends.
Yeah, everyone's close by. Everyone can pull the trigger at any moment. And looks like it is going to be the lethal counter being used by Wise there.
Okay.
Interesting
Make the
choice.
call.
That's 4 people. 5 people flying straight on the Venus. Again, just keeps his distance.
This is the longest time that the Lord has punched heroes for Mobile Legends.
There's a conceal.
He's getting tired. And there it goes. That's going to be
Haji!
it. The commitment. Haji's very close to death, but saved by the
Force it out.
altar. Oh my Venus as
Rapidon.
well. Rapidon on the side. ONIC is keeping it tight.
It's a non-starter.
It's a
There's
one-man.
one. They take out Edward, and they're continuing. There's a spin.
That's the Spinneroonie there being committed. The Lord is still within retribution range for both teams.
Frigid breath, frigid breath.
And the bridge grab will be popped. That's Rapidon going down. Where is the retreat? And it goes over and a Blacklist still.
2 for 2. Down goes Prince, but he comes back up. Blacklist essentially winning that one.
The longest Lord dance in history, I would have to say.
2 minutes. The Lord was punching heroes for 2 minutes.
Lord
It was
just-
like, I'm having none of this. I should have been upgraded by now.
And he did. Was he or not?
He was. I think he was.
Is it
No,
gold?
no, it's
No, it's not.
It's
It's
not
not.
it.
That was the longest, officially, I would say.
All right, so Lord does not evolve unless you leave him be. And
Full
for the
reset.
for the past 2 minutes, he's been around the hero of the Blacklist and ONIC, and he stayed despite it being finished at around 12:30, 12:40. So he's purple. He's just base.
Yeah, that's definitely something that is not common here. Oh my Venus has the immortality popped down, not present for the team fight. Cold Altar not gonna be committed at all here.
Hey,
Not still not up actually.
For the price of a Lord enhancing your waves and 2 turrets across the map, oh my Venus, your sacrifice is
Seems
well worth
worth.
it.
Yeah.
Yep, Blacklist International, they're now playing for the lane team. Oheb is fully stacked, but again, have to say, it feels bad moment for the Lord. Should have been upgraded at this point, but Blacklist International, again, the hold by Wise on that specific moment, they knew that this Lord is not gonna go away anytime soon. But Blacklist, it's just a matter of extending the game. Because you do play into the late game very, very well against ONICPH. You survive the onslaught of the damage output of the Derot, and also sustain the fight in a way when Fatal Links and Heavy Spin has been burned by the side of ONICPH, you re-engage. And you have a lot of sustain to back that up. The Valentina and the Rafaela. Valentina can just front line for Blacklist International. He'll regenerate the HPs that she lost. And Oh My Venus can provide the mobility and the heals during this fight. That's why ONICPH, they need to play a faster pacing game on the start of the game. And Blacklist International, they now have full control of this game. The Claude is so massive at this point.
what I have to commend for ONIC is the very much lack of like big boo-boos, big blunders, you know, game-ending mistakes here. Considering the age of this squad, it's actually quite impressive, holding up toe-to-toe, right?
Yeah, the fact that they've kept it this close, and yes, that last big team fight with the Lord going over Blacklist was one big loss. That's it. But it's still close to 50-50, but the turret score will say otherwise. The shoe's on the other foot this time. In game one, Blacklist could not push. They could not, but now it's ONIC's turn to have the troubles. Now we're seeing them miss that Bruno.
True. Actually, always in a position to snatch away the ultimate of the Promise now. It is going to become a farming game till the next Lord. Well, next Lord is spawning in 5 seconds, but again, both teams, they're fully aware what's bound to happen. All ultimates are accounted for. Rapidot, specifically for ONIC, is being monitored heavily by BLACKLIST International.
Lord timer activate. I don't know. We should have a Lord dance timer at this point.
Here I go again.
15, about 15.
Yeah.
Let's see where both teams actually get it.
All right, so right now, again, obviously both junglers very tanky at this point. Not really scared to just stand in front of each other. Even Haji with the Divine Glaive doesn't really do that much damage on Sensui. OHEB with a very upfront BMI there.
That was really scary. If Nets wasn't any closer, Rapidot would have committed the flicker into open.
For sure. But again, maybe it is just awareness on the map that both teams probably know that they're not going to pull a trigger anytime soon. It's still a dance, though.
It's confidence by OHEB, knowing what plays are possible that can be done by ONICPH. And again, Lord has not been going back to his own home.
Yeah.
And he has been punching heroes for 4 to 5 seconds now.
Pretty big workout for the Lord here.
Yep.
I would say.
Readying up for the 18-minute Lord.
It almost looks like the veterans are waiting for the rookies to make a mistake at this point. That's what they're trying to do, I think.
If I may, I think this whole XP lane matchup is good for ONIC because it's buying them time.
Oh,
the fact that there's one less keeping tabs on you allows for you to actually contest this Lord.
Stare down. It's like a stare down.
Yeah. If this was a 5v5, this Lord would have gone so much faster.
Yeah.
For Blacklist, that is.
That is true. And again, both teams making the same call here.
It's crazy to see the Lord still standing.
Here we go.
It's the commit. Edward says, you know what, guys, we can probably go. I saw the deer off up there a few moments ago. Maybe we can try to make something happen.
Yeah, the permanent damage on the turrets really making ONIC less present here.
Ooh, Rapidot, look at that guy. He's whittled down to almost 60%. That's very risky for them to go for something big. And that might be an opening for Blacklist. Don't forget, they're also in the mid lane.
Again, this is the topic that we were discussing earlier. Blacklist, they have HPs to spare, and ONIC does not. For ONIC, they need to make moves right now. And this is the beauty of a Valentina. She doesn't lose the ultimate that she copies.
And
she can retain this for the entire game. And the Rafael is just providing enough sustain for Blacklist. Now, both teams are eyeing for the Lord reset.
Yeah, and again, both teams aware that Ryota's pretty far off. But then again, who is getting ahead here in the economy while all this is happening? That's a big question.
I like that Wise and Sensui has been, shuffling the regeneration of the Guardian's helmet. But the Ryota goes in!
Ryota just suddenly said, I'm done waiting. Let's go for a big wombo combo. That is going to be Venus locked in. He's taken out by Net. And on the backline, OHEB still doing pretty good damage. Gets cancelled on the BMI on the Blazing Duet. No more damage from Blacklist coming here. And Nets is still standing strong.
Midnight, you were looking for ONIC to make a play. How about that? 1 for 2, the chef for OHEB, and oh my Venus.
Ryota again, the difference maker for ONICPH. The damage output from this Deroth is dismantling the Blacklist lineup. Even though Haji was able to pop off the Cult's altar, in 1 second, it was deleted. OHEB was also surprised. He was like, wait, what? I'm sitting at my original HP. He goes in, and he thought he's able to sustain the front line with the Wind of Nature, but guess what? The Paramis was able to take him out, and Blacklist International, they're not in a position to fight right now. Ryota is just zoning the hell out of the Esmeralda.
Yep, the Lord is going to be within range here.
The pushback!
No, you get pushed back. Beautiful play there from ONIC. Edward goes down as well.
Nothing but nets. I love this Iritel on the gold laner from ONIC. And so far, they're a Lord of Peace, and you can expect the map to slowly turn blue.
Impressive. Impressive decision-making here from ONIC, man.
Really great stuff coming out from ONICPH. Again, I cannot stress it enough. The difference that made this game possible for ONICPH is the pressure that the Roth gives against Blacklist International. Yes, you have HPs to spare if it's a dance between the two of us. But when it comes to single burst skirmishes, he is able to outmatch the tempo of Blacklist International. Because the thing about the Roth is that when he jumps over to a hero of Blacklist International, they need to help that hero.
That's true.
They're forced to respond. So even being in control, you're in the defensive.
Yeah, you're in the driver's seat. Yeah, beautiful here. And again, ONIC has that damage they can feel it. Apparently, Riona is very scared to be a shade of. Look at that. Rapido forward and failing out of the base, over the window, through the wall. The damage is real here, and I don't think there's going to be much of an answer. Why still spinning? Oheb is still alive, but they're on the run.
The kingdom is in disarray. ONIC have come, and they're screaming, it's our time. It's ONIC time. Wise's immortality is popped, and the base is going to be up next. Can they defend?
That's a beautiful call there. Edwards still not going to be tanky enough.
They go back.
Oh my God, the damage is real.
Oh Lord, down goes Oheb. And ladies and gentlemen, in the leadership of Chef Raph, cooking up a win against the MG World Champions.
Wow. I cannot believe this.
Everyone is in disarray right now.
Week 3, and we witness the loss of Blacklist International.
Oh, Chef Raph pointed to his watch. It's our time. It's ONIC time.
It's the